I'm Rasha Kelej. I'm the CEO of Merck Foundation. I'm a pharmacist by education. I have my MBA in corporate social responsibility from Robert Gordon, Scotland. And in my working with Merck Foundation, I dedicate my life and my professional career to empower women and youth in education and specifically in STEM, building healthcare capacity and empower infertile women and childless women through Merck Mother Than campaign, and raise awareness about male infertility and breaking the stigma of infertility. In our day-to-day life, we meet a lot of women, we touch people's life every day, and this gives us gratitude and satisfaction in everything we do. I love to work with my team, I love to work with our partners, I love to work with my sisters, the First Ladies of Africa and Ambassador of Merck Mother Than, and this gives me a great value of my life and the highlights of my career. I also have been recognized as one of the most 100 influential Africans by the New African magazine published in UK, London. This is a very important acknowledgement for me and recognition of our efforts and Merck Foundation efforts and my team efforts, and we will utilize this recognition to more and more raise awareness about breaking the stigma of infertility and more empowering other women, specifically infertile women. We started Merck Foundation to be the house of all the successful and impactful programs we are doing in Africa and developing countries. And Merck family decided to establish this foundation to be the only philanthropic arm of this old pharmaceutical company, which is the oldest pharmaceutical and chemical company in the world, established 1668. And we are building on our long-term commitment through generations to support and to lead Africa and developing countries to a better future, specifically in healthcare and women empowerment. Merck Foundation focus on building healthcare capacity with a special focus on oncology training and fertility training and diabetes and hypertension. Of course, also we focus very much on empowering infertile women through access to information, health, change of mindset and education. We focus on educating girls and empowering them through, of course, education and different communities in Africa. And we partner with the First Ladies, Ministries of Health, Ministries of Information, Ministries of Gender and Education to achieve our objectives. It's very important to work closely with our local partners to ensure the impact and touching people's life every day. This is very, very important for us, and we are very much cherishing every moment of working with our partners in different countries. The challenges, of course, I face a lot of challenges as a woman and also as a working person in general. The same challenges that men also can face, which is, as we all know, the enemy of success. Sometimes you feel when you succeed and you are recognized in your work and acknowledged, stimulate a little bit of envy and jealousy. But as a professional woman in general, I sometimes face the challenge of taking me seriously, as serious as men being taken. And of course, this is sometimes actually coming from your fellow women. And if you hear about Queen Bee syndrome, where women does not support each other and they want to be the only person who's successful in the environment around her, and this is very important. That's why I take it as a commitment on myself that I have to empower all women I meet in my life and in my career. And women empowerment is the spirit of everything I do in a personal or professional level. How I find balance and maintain my self-care. It was a bit of a challenge, of course, because I'm very busy every day and sometimes you really need to take care of yourself. Recently, I decided that part of my day will be dedicated whatever happened during the day, that it has to be starting with doing my sport. I very much have a regular physical activity sport that to maintain my health and weight, and also to take care of myself, my skin, my spirit. I have actually to take care of my body and my soul. I have some time for prayer every day and meditation to think about what I am doing. This is mostly during night before I go to bed. And I have almost half an hour every day. I have to laugh. I just watch a comedy movie or something that makes me laugh, and I laugh from the bottom of my heart. And laughing is a very good exercise and a very good for your self-motivation and your positivity. And I advise everyone to take half an hour every day and just laugh. Do I have a family? Yes, of course I have a family. I love them very much. And balance work with life, it was also a struggle. We always hear about work-life balance, and all men does not know how to actually balance work and life. If you want to be successful, you always mess up this balance. Then I came to a new concept which called work-life fusion. So you fuse your work and life together. And this is the most important advice I give to anyone that they want to be happy and satisfied with their work and their family life and their life in general. This is actually emphasized by the presence of social media and the digitalization. You don't need to be in a place to work. You can work from home, you can work from the street, you can work from your car, you can work when you are on holiday. You don't have to split between your life and your work. It can be one, and this is very much important and succeed actually when you work on something you love. And I have passion in everything I do, and I love my work, and this is why I succeeded maybe to have this work-life fusion. So I advise everyone to try to love what you do or do what you love. Of course, we champion women and men through Merck More Than a Mother and the twin campaign, More Than a Father. We actually encourage women and men to support each other and join the journey of fertility treatment. We encourage men to speak up about their infertility and recognize that they can also, men too can be the cause of infertility. We encourage them to respect and to love their wives and support them. We also encourage women to love themselves and to encourage their men, husbands, but not only their men, their brothers, their sons, to also encourage them, educate them how to respect women since young age. So we champion women and men. The progress is huge actually. The progress, as I said, I've been recognized as one of the most 100 influential African by the New African magazine due to the Merck More Than a Mother success and impact in African communities. People now can talk about infertility. People now know that infertility is not a stigma. And of course, men know now that they can also be infertile and they respect their wives and their sisters. Media talk about it all the time. Of course, this is a big success, but it's only a milestone. We are expecting more and more to happen, and we are going to dedicate and all our efforts in a long-term commitment to completely eliminate the stigma of infertility and to be a very good contributor, very powerful contributor to empower women in general, and of course, childish women in particular. So I think this is our commitment. We are very excited, and we are going to start a new year with full energy because this recognition is really give us the enthusiasm and the courage to go further. If I was not doing my career at the moment, I'm not the CEO of Merck Foundation, what other career I'm going to take? It's actually, if you know me very well, you will understand what other career I'm going to take. Because if you see all the social media we have in Merck Foundation, most of the work you will see that we are doing a lot of art. and combining the encouraging people, for example, filmmakers, TV programs, fashion designers, art painters, and other people who very much singers, music writers, to through their work to raise awareness about Merck More Than a Mother and breaking the stigma of infertility. So I would be a filmmaker, a songwriter, production, all these things, fashion designer. This is the things I really love, and that's why I always integrate these into sensitizing the community through different aspects. And of course, this is very natural because I'm African, I'm from Egypt, and we all know that Africa is a hub of art. It is full of talents. It is a raw material of talent and art, actually. And I'm very proud to be African. Am I outdoor person or indoor person? I am both. I am outdoor person when the weather is really nice and I can go out and enjoy the beach, enjoy the greenery, enjoy the parks, walk around, do my sport outdoors. But of course, indoor when it's too hot or too cold. So I enjoy both, actually, and I find the place for both in my life. I sit in the office and I do my work. I go somewhere in the hospital or visiting our partners. It's all indoors, but shopping mall is indoors. But when I do my sport and I want to spend the weekend, mostly I am outdoors if the weather allows. I love fashion very much, and it's also the highlight of my day. You know, sometimes you feel that you are bored a little bit and it's full of, you know, routine daily work, and the fashion and the colors gives you a little bit of energy and makes your work different. And even when you meet people, you look different, and it just break the routine, break the stampa of everything. So my fashion statement, I think if I don't have time and I don't have my big bag of clothes or anything, I just have a good pair of shoes is the most important thing for me, and a nice eye makeup, and I'm ready to go. So this is the two things I really focus on if I don't have the other things. Otherwise, I focus on everything. Do I feel pressure being a female CEO for a big foundation and leading so many people? Yes, sometimes I feel pressure, of course, and as I said, to be taken seriously, for people always expecting CEO to be an older man coming to meet you, and when they know that you are the CEO, they say, is this really a CEO, or is this a foundation who's doing really a good job or not? Why it's not a man, for example? So you find this in their eyes. They cannot say it, of course, to you in the face, but you feel that they are wondering, are you really the CEO? What you are doing really? What did you do to deserve to be the CEO? They don't know I have experience of 24 years in my field. I have the talent and the skills and the experience to run this organization. And then once they know and they hear you speak and they know the impact and they follow your news and they know what you are doing really and how serious you are and how you are capable to say no, and how you are capable to guide and how you are capable to correct mistakes or address issues, things are changed. So the first impact, let's say 60%, they don't believe it at the beginning that you deserve to be the CEO of a foundation. But after that, they are really very pro, and actually they start to look at your pattern and to see if we can actually put other women like you to be the CEO and so on. So I'm very happy that I make a very good record, and I wish I'm making a very good record for other women to follow, because if I fail, I make it more difficult for other women to follow me. But if I succeed, that will be like a precedence, so they can bring other women to have similar jobs. So I hope that I'm doing very good, and I hope that all of you support me to do even better. At the end of each day, I feel satisfied. every day. I'm lucky this way because our job and the nature of our job is that to transform people's lives. And at least every day, at least we have few people we are changing their lives. And to know this every day that you have done this, whatever the challenges, whatever the problems you are facing, and bad news or whatever, but when you know that at the end of the day you transformed people's life in that day, in that particular day, you feel satisfied and you say this is enough. Even if things are going wrong in the other direction at your personal level or with your friends or at your work with colleagues, you feel that you have done great things for others and you are satisfied. So I think me and all the people working in Merck Foundation, they feel the same every day. People who are looking down to people who cannot have children and stigmatize them, I advise them not to do it. It's wrong. It's wrong and incorrect and unfair. In all religions, in humanity, does not allow us, or it's against humanity to define other people whether they have children or not with the ability to have children. You should define them with their deeds, with themselves, their contribution to life, whether negative or positive. This is the only definition. So I say to everyone, it's not a stigma to be infertile, and fertility is not a stigma. Respect everyone, respect your other people, and forget about whether they have children or not. I advise people who cannot have children despite various attempts, please remember one thing. Men are more than fathers and women are more than mothers, and this is enough. You have to understand that you are more than just mother, you are more than just father. Do I have role model? People who knows me, they know that I lived in UAE and Dubai for 35 years and more. And watching Dubai and UAE growing in front of me and the whole development, it's inspiring us. So Dubai inspired me in all my career and in all the things I am doing now in Africa, and the speed and the efficiency of what we are doing. So most of us here in Dubai who works in Dubai, they take the role model as Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, the governor of Dubai and the vice president of UAE, for his vision for Dubai. And it's an inspirational vision that inspires us every day in our work, in our career, to achieve more and more, because we've seen it in front of us in few years, 30 years, or even less. We have all this out of nothing. So I think this is a very good inspiration. So I believe he is the role model for me in my professional life. Merry Christmas for everyone and Happy New Year for everyone. And I advise everyone to take this holiday, the New Year holiday, as I will do. Part of my sport, meditation, prayers, and reading so much so you can learn more about things and to educate yourself and have more. Learning is power. And if you want to be more powerful, you need to know more, and you need to learn more, and you need to read more. So reading is very, very important. And try to be in peace with yourself and have gratitude to whatever you have, so you can encourage yourself to create and innovate and come up with new ideas and new plans for your life. So this is my advice. Again, Happy New Year and Merry Christmas for everyone.